Folks, what's going on? Last video, I talked about how to protect our energy, money, and time. Very quickly today, what I want to talk about is the most powerful life hack that I know that can save us time, and it's extremely simple. So I want to share that with you quickly. I like these kind of pre-workday little motivational life hack type, provide some value for my crew type videos. So, like some of the people here that are watching this, maybe entrepreneurs starting a business, entering that world, or just if you're very busy in general, wearing many different hats as I am, this is going to be very helpful for you. Currently, I am, for the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm pretty much shooting podcasts all for the next 3 days. I have real estate deals coming in. I'm training an assistant, which is a lot of work. I'm in the middle of my book launch, which I think we're at about 500 people now, which has been fantastic. And I'm working on the clothing line. So my life is chaotic. I absolutely love it because I'm very passionate about all these things that I'm doing. So don't get me wrong. I like being busy as well. But this is a life hack that is extremely useful to me. I do it every morning, and I was doing it this morning, and I thought I need to be sharing this stuff a bit more. So I first want to say, if you aren't in a place where you're that busy, if you're trying to figure out the next step, try not to beat yourself up for that. If you remember, you were following me last year, I spent a good few months in that place myself of, you probably remember I was on my spiritual journey, and it was very intense, and it kind of ripped me open, and it was rugged and brutalizing, but I needed that to kind of gain this clarity. So I just want to make sure, I know we're not all in the same place, and I've been in the place of not really knowing the next step. So if you're there, I don't want you to be watching these videos and thinking, feeling like you're behind or you want to be more motivated. There's a process to all of this that we all have to go through. So I know we're all at different parts in the journey. Now, if you want to skip that treacherous process, reach out to me. I encourage you to. I can help you gain clarity. I'm hoping that through these videos and what I'm up to now, you can see the clarity in my own life. When I found that clarity, when I decided to move forward with the Chosen Ones and the coaching programs, and that's another thing, both of my coaching programs are popping off. I was actually quite surprised with how quickly those caught on, because I haven't even started really marketing them seriously. But yeah, even with my coaching and everything that I've been doing, you can probably see the clarity in my vision. And I wouldn't be doing a podcast and a book and these coaching programs if I wasn't crystal clear on the direction I wanted to go. So that is what I owe all of this to, for being as motivated as I am right now, is just aligning myself with that purpose and that passion. So the number one message is, I don't want you to be beating yourself up if you're not in this motivational place yet. But if you aren't, I do encourage you to reach out to me, because it's easy to get stuck there. And I was there for months last year, and it got to a point where I really had to say, okay, Joe, wake up, let's get to work. We need to snap out of this funk, because I was in it. And we're in a pandemic, so I totally get it. Okay, so about this life hack, let's jump right into it. So this is honestly a very simple, extremely powerful way to save you a ton of time in your life, in all areas of your life. And it's going to sound very simple, and the one thing I don't like about the simplicity of some of these things is people kind of say, oh yeah, that makes sense, or that's kind of obvious, but people don't actually implement it. And it's when we implement these things that's actually going to change your life. So I'm not just on here going to be sharing you just random stuff. The things that I'm sharing with all of you are things that absolutely transform my life. I promise you that. So one of the things that helps me save my time, and aside from my routine, you guys all know I'm a huge keener on my early mornings and that kind of stuff. But anyways, time aside, here is the life hack. No matter what it is that you are doing, if it's a phone call, if you're stepping into a meeting, if you're planning your day, if you are going to work, if you're building a business, I want you to ask yourself this question every single time, no matter what you are about to step into. And we go into multiple meetings every day. We have multiple phone calls every day. We have phone calls with friends. We have phone calls with family. We have business calls. random calls where we don't know the number. Every single thing throughout your day, you can ask yourself this question 15 to 20 times. Every time, reset yourself and ask yourself this question. The question is this: what is the end result I am looking to achieve? Even when I say it, I can tell how powerful it is. What is the end result I am wanting to achieve? Now, if you're on a business call with a colleague or one of your employees, you can say this question to them. Like, if we're getting on this phone call together, what is our goal here? Let's put the end result in mind first. And it's incredible because you get on the same page. What are we trying to accomplish? You cut through all the BS and you start focusing on the goal. If you are in these, I feel so bad for people who are working in a job where you have these business meetings with your team that might go on, like, maybe once a week or once a day, and they're a couple hours, and it's like, if you're getting paid, I guess it's all right, but it's like some of these things are such time wasters, where if we start our meeting and we say, what is the goal here? What end result are we looking to achieve? It's going to be extremely powerful. The other reason it's powerful is because you might get on a call with someone and you might realize that your goals are different. So then you say, well, it's a good thing we had this conversation, because otherwise we would have been running around in circles and not really figuring it out. It's also extremely powerful because if someone in this day and age of marketing, if you're talking to someone, I had a call with Google yesterday, and because I do a lot of money on advertising for one of my businesses, and they kind of offer you help every once in a while. But I know these types of calls and I know how they go. And as soon as we jumped on the call, I said, what is the end result here? Is there something that you're trying to get me to do? Is it to help me? And with that clarity, I probably cut our call down, which would have been an hour to 20 minutes. And then we jumped straight to the end result. I said, okay, let's do that. And there's a couple benefits to this. You come across as extremely professional. I don't live a lifestyle where everyone I talk to, I say I'm too busy. That's not how I roll. If I have time for people, absolutely. But I want to be spending that time as efficiently as possible when I'm with these people. And when I ask people that question, if it's in an email, it's better over the phone because we all know how communication goes through text and an email. And I think talking on the phone is just by far the easiest way to accomplish things. But when you ask that question, you come across as extremely professional, and you say, look, and it's about saving the other person time as well. What are we trying to accomplish here? If you're starting your day, what is the end result? If I'm shooting one of these videos, for example, I even start my video with what is the end result? As a lot of you know, I can be a rambler sometimes, and sometimes I just want to connect with you, and that's why I'll shoot these videos. But I've gotten a lot clearer recently. I still try to get them shorter, but I always end up at 8 minutes, and I feel like I talk a mile a minute. So I don't know how this keeps happening, but I love connecting with y'all. So that's why this is always taking a little bit longer. But even with these videos, I will ask myself at the start of the video, what is the goal? What is the end result that I want with this video? What do I want to get across to everyone who's spending their valuable time watching these videos? And in this case, it is, I want to share you this. My goal was I want to share this life hack for how you can save time. And that's what it is. Everything you step into, every part of your day, this is the most important question you can ask yourself. You can say, what is the end result I'm wanting to accomplish? If you want to tie this in with the affirmations that I talked about in the last video, this is what I do. So in the morning, I go through, I say my affirmations. One of my affirmations, which I shared with you, and I think a few people are implementing it now, which is great. And I think a lot of us are dealing with the same things, but I say, I'm stepping into the next version of myself. I'm starting to protect my money, energy, and time. And when I say that, after I say time, I say, and I will do this by focusing on the end result of everything I do. So in the morning, you can tell I'm saying these things, so I'm setting myself up for success, and I'm reminding myself every single day. And every time I'm doing a task throughout the day, I'm asking myself. It saves me tons of time. I highly recommend it. It will save you heaps of time. I'll talk to you later. Peace.